Hello, this is Manish Patel from the EII Capital Group. This is our weekly analysis for the currency markets. Today is June 27th, 2010. Before we begin, of course, we go for a disclaimer. Disclaimer basically tells you this is for educational purpose only. All charts are either in Thinkorswim or TradeStation. And here are my contact details. You can go to eiicapital.com to learn more about Ichimoku or any other things out there. Also, you could go to a forum to ask any questions in regards to this video and so forth. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the Ichimoku Dashboard that we've created. It's kind of like a little cheat kind of scanner type of scenario. Remember, what we're looking for is a rating that's for bullish side 5, including 5, and above to 8, where 8 is the most bullish. And on the bearish side, we're looking for -5 to -8, being -8 being the most bearish. Okay, and we're looking for it across the time frames, or we're looking at lower time frame influence to higher, or vice versa. If you look here at EURUSD, basically it's telling you that the 120-minute is bullish and it's getting high up there because it's above 5. The 240 is starting to change, and if you look at the EURUSD, it's -1. So the daily time frame is still very bearish as far as the EURUSD is concerned. So we'll go look at that chart in a minute. Pound USD is still very, very strong on the bullish side from both the daily 240, 120. So we'll look at the pound in a minute. US CAD, same scenario is almost like the Euro USD, but the Euro is a lot stronger than US CAD is a lot stronger than Euro USD. Let's go flip over. There's nothing really here. Look at the US Switzy. This looks very, very strong, and so does US Yen. So we need to look at both of those. And then we'll come back and look at the CAD Yen. CAD Yen is very, very, very strong on the 240. Daily is kind of weakening, and the 120 is weak. Remember, you want these above 5 if possible. Australian Yen, same scenario. And Euro Yen, same thing. So all the Yen pairs are basically where it's bearish, where the Yen is a lot stronger than the pair that it's against. Look at over here, US Switzy, there's nothing there. Look at the CAD Switzy. Okay, so let's go look at our charts now. Let's go concentrate on our charts. Let me zoom this one out, and let's go look at the Euro USD first. Okay, now let's go look at the weekly time frame. Let's see what the weekly shows you. If you look at the weekly, last week when we blogged this, we said pretty much we were right here. That was that green bar. It was up. We kind of said that there was a minor pullback that was occurring, and you kind of don't know what's going to happen, if it's going to continue on or continue to pull back. You could kind of see that we had a non-eventful week. It started up higher and then kind of closed right here at the closing of the week before. So really, it's no event last week at all. This chart is still very, very bearish on a weekly time frame. The Tenkan-sen is starting to equalize with price, so you got to watch out there. But you cannot tell what's going to happen here right now. The trend is bearish. Pretty much we've come back. We broke for this support here, came back, retested as a resistance, and we're kind of holding at that resistance right now. Okay, so let's go look at the daily time frame. And if you look at the daily time frame here, it pretty much solidifies exactly what the weekly is showing us. Okay, that we're in a pullback stage. You could kind of see we had a downtrend, and then last week we pretty much had a non-eventful week. And in fact, if you look at here, we went above the Kijun-sen, came back here, and we've pretty much been able to hold the Kijun-sen. We've not been able to break the Kijun-sen at all. So I would not look at a bearish play until at least you see what happens at 1.2229. And then on the bullish side, if you're going to play a counter trend strategy with very very tight stop, not for too much profit, you got to look to price to pretty much get above about 2472, 1.2472. Okay, and so if you go back to our dashboard, pretty much Euro USD you could sell was weekly. Sorry, the daily. You could see that the daily was starting to weaken because it had a -1 rating. Let's go look at that just one more time, and so that you see it. And you could see the reason why the rating is -1 compared to 5 is the Chicago is in price. Also, this cloud here is getting thinner, so the future cloud, even though it's bearish, it's getting thinner. Price is above the Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen, which is bullish, and Tenkan-sen is above the Kijun-sen is bullish. However, the sentiment is still bearish, reason why it's below the cloud. Okay, that's why you have a -1 rating. If you go look at the let's go look at the 120-minute time frame. That was showing you is very bearish. If I could stop going very fat finger type. Sorry, very bullish because we had a positive rating. If you look here, you could see that everything is bullish. Here, there's only one concern here. Even price is far away from the Tenkan-sen, so you're kind of expecting a pullback on the 240. And then if we go to a 4-hour chart, that was also showing you bullish too. Reason why is all the Ichimoku indicators were bullish at that point. So you could kind of see that everything's bullish, just came out of the cloud. So everything is bullish here. This is a little weak here. That's why it's not 5 and above. Let's go back here and let's go look at the pound. The pound was still very strong. You can look at the 4-hour. You could kind of see the pound is getting very, very strong. You look at just the 4-hour, look how it's just pretty much going to be going up for the last couple of days. So you could kind of see it went up, pull back, went up, pull back, went up, pull back, went up, pull back. Okay, and if you go to your daily time frame, it confirms that basically this thing did come out of the cloud and is still very, very strong. Okay, now if you look at the Ichimoku here, okay, daily's -5. Reason why is your future cloud. If you look at it, right, it's bearish, but it's turning. That's the only thing weak right now in this scenario right here. Okay, so I would not sit there and look for a bullish trade on long term at all yet. However, what I want to see is kind of where this cloud starts to weaken and they getting ready to cross. Once it crosses, basically that's when I'll start looking for bullish plays on the pound USD. So you kind of want this thing to probably pull back, probably maybe go up a little and then pull back, which will cause this to pretty much convert. Let's go look at a weekly time frame just to make sure I'm not going against a trend. And we are. If you look at the weekly time frame, it is bearish. We're expecting a pullback. So this thing will probably come all the way up to about 1.5335, and that's where the barrier is going to be. But that's about 300 pips there that you could play if you want to. Some people on a daily time frame don't like to go against the trend. So if you are one of those people, then you basically need to wait for the daily to pretty much go bearish now. Okay. And quickly, we're going to go through and look at one more pair. Let's go look at the US yen pair because look at all the ratings here. In fact, the 240 has got a -8, which looks really good. So let's go look at the US yen pair real fast. This is the US yen pair. This is daily time frame. You could see that basically it is bearish. However, if you look at the daily time frame, price is now starting to escape Tenkan-sen. I'll be very, very cautious now on the daily, and you can kind of see it's kind of being chop almost. So I'll be very, very careful on this one. And if you look at the weekly time frame tells you that you are basically consolidating. And you know, you've actually been consolidating for a while now, but it's a huge consolidation pattern of about 500 pips. But this thing does look bearish, and if you look at it, basically the future cloud is now turned bearish. Chicago, a little more downside move, has a possibility of going bearish, and then you're just going to wait for the Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen and pretty much come out of the cloud. So if you look at the US yen, I would definitely play a bearish scenario, but nothing bullish at all. Again, this is Minash Patel from EII Capital Group. If you have any questions, go to eiicapital.com and post them in a forum. Thank you.